third try. This is going on YouTube. I'm not doing what I did last time. So I'm going to be talking about first life recovery, then I'm going to be talking about The Guardian, then I'm going to talk about their comparisons. I'm going to rant a lot about Salvasia in this attempt because I've done that every single attempt and I'm still annoyed at them. Then we're going to be all good. So, first life recovery, they talk about how stigma in 2021 was lifting with a lot of places starting to get better. India and Bandikis? I still can't say that even after 3 attempts. Both of them are getting smarter. In India, they're getting a better understanding, and they're starting to actually try to help people with healthcare instead of being very stigma taboo forward, unlike a certain place. And with the 1B name I cannot pronounce, and I'm not going to try for a 4th time, just for all of our sanities. That place has mental health incorporated into their healthcare programs. I was checking the time. Healthcare programs, which is very important because physical health care and mental health care have something very good in common. They both have the word healthcare in their names. And then you have Salvasia. They don't have the stuff together. Gonna try not to cuss in this one. So, you have Salvasia, who treats mental health like taboo. 80 to 90% of their people, if they're even diagnosed with mental health issues, they're treated like less than human. Like what? Then you have the suicide rate in Salvasia is higher than the rate of road accident deaths, terrorism deaths, HIV or AIDS death. You would think that a country would start to connect the dots after the rates of suicide are higher than the rates of terrorism deaths. Anyways, then on to the Guardian website. That one was the one where I got the 80 to 90% percentage that I just mentioned. That one is saying 80 to 90% of people diagnosed with mental health problems, are ostracized, even giving the example of their experience, which was whenever they were talking about their struggles with mental health, their friends, who they thought were their lifelong friends, turned on them and started treating them like they were nothing, basically. That's always nice. And Salvasia still doesn't have this stuff together. In both articles, that's your first comparison. Your first comparison is that in both articles, Salvasia does not have the stuff together. Then your next comparison, what was it again? I think that was my biggest comparison, really. I had a second comparison, but it slipped my mind completely. But another one is that it's not really a comparison, it's more like a difference. The difference between the two was that the First Life Recovery Stigma article was factual. It told you what happened in 2021, it told you what each country was doing, and it told you the facts. Nothing more, nothing less. However, in the Guardian article, you see her giving her own experience. You feel her own experiences with life, and you see it happening. It's not just all facts. It is facts in there, but it's not just all. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Sorry.